Today, I'd like to talk to you about an ingredient that's often found in gelato recipes, both in sorbets and in ice cream, and that's locust bean gum. And I repeat, locust bean seed flour, not just carob flour, because carob is a fruit that can also be used to flavor gelato. So carob flour is something different from locust bean seed flour. Locust bean seed flour is considered a thickener, meaning it's a product that's added to a recipe to achieve a specific technical effect. Let me explain better. Our gelato is made up of several ingredients. Each of these ingredients has its own function. Of course, the main one is to give flavor, but there are also elements that are added to gelato not to give flavor, but to help its structure. Now, gelato is one of the most complex things from a structural point of view because inside this product, we naturally have a large amount of water, some of which turns into ice. So we have a part that's frozen and another part that stays liquid. Within this mixture, besides water, we have sugars that are dissolved in the water. The second thing is that, along with sugars, there are also other substances, such as proteins and fibers, which are instead suspended in the water. It could be a colloidal suspension, as is the case with proteins, or a simple suspension, like with cocoa or hazelnut fibers, and so on. Then there's another situation. When we add fats, whether they're vegetable oils or animal fats from cream or milk, we also have a separation of substances that are immiscible with each other. So water and fats or oils don't bind together unless we create what's called an emulsion, which means bringing the molecules of these two elements very close together. And so within this gelato structure, you can see that the situation is very delicate. On top of that, we have a certain amount of air. So there's a foam inside our gelato that forms during the churning process and is maintained for at least a certain period. This depends on which elements help preserve this airy structure, which is what gives our gelato its signature softness. All of this happens at a negative temperature, so we're below zero, usually between -11 and -15 degrees, depending on how the gelato is balanced and displayed. So you can see that the situation with these products of ours, which seems so simple, like gelato, is actually very delicate. It's very difficult to maintain the state of things. In fact, if we need to make gelato to be eaten right away, for example at home, we can avoid using technical products to maintain the structure for a long time. So we don't need to stabilize the gelato. But it's also true that certain ingredients, like locust bean gum, for example, absorb a lot of water and help achieve a more uniform, softer product both during and after processing, making it more pleasant to eat. That's why sometimes it's important to use technical ingredients that aren't meant to add flavor, but to actually help with the structure. In fact, these ingredients are called neutral, like locust bean gum, which is just one of many. There's also gar gum, which comes from another plant. These seeds are simply harvested, ground, and turned into a very fine powder, so they're not chemically synthesized products. They're completely natural, just mechanically milled. By the way, these ingredients have an extremely high capacity to absorb water. Just think, 1 gram of locust bean gum can absorb from 100 up to almost 300 times its own weight. So with just 1 gram, we can stabilize 2 or 300 grams of water, which is the amount that usually remains free inside our gelato recipe. So sometimes just 1, 2, or 3 grams per kilo of recipe is already enough to give us the structure we need. Of course, the structure of gelato always depends on what we want to achieve over time. Because if I need to have a long-lasting structure, since I have to put my gelato in a display case where there are temperature fluctuations, defrosting cycles, and maybe I don't sell the gelato exactly within the first 3 or 4 hours after making it, but instead I sell it in the evening after making it in the morning, or even the next day, which is perfectly fine. It's clear that if this gelato has the ability to maintain a more stable structure, thanks to stabilizers, it will definitely give the customer a better and more pleasant experience when tasting it. and that's why these products are used. So there's nothing wrong with seeing carob bean gum, guar gum, or terra gum, which comes from another type of plant used to stabilize gelato, in a natural gelato recipe. In the next video, I want to talk to you about food additives and those infamous E numbers. E410, E412, who knows what they are? Stay tuned.